resourcefulness or being resourceful is one of my favorite topics. And it's probably because as a young person, I did not get this concept because I thought having ability and having talent was good enough, and that if I just showed up, it was enough. And it took me a while to recognize, and it's probably because there was failure, I had to learn that just having ability and talent wasn't good enough, that I needed to be able to take what I had and be able to put it to use. And that is a good understanding of being resourceful. And I can tell you that as I grew older, this was something that became even more important, and that is to be able to look around me to see what it is that I had. Was it a talent? Was it an ability? Something that wasn't put to use yet? And how was I going to put that to use? I remember when I started my company Parts Life 11 years ago, I had started to work with a very large company, a company that was one of the largest defense contractors in the world. And in some ways, I had no business talking to this company because they were so large, and I was this one person in a room with a desk. But I decided that I was going to put what I had to use. And I still remember in getting ready for the meeting, I put together 3-ring binders. I think there was going to be about 8 or 10 people who were going to be in that room. And I started to put together a 3-ring binder, and I put down exactly how I thought that conversation was going to go. I thought about exactly what it is that they were looking for in me being able to demonstrate our capability. And once I put that together, I actually presented it at that meeting. And guess what? Through a series of events, I actually got a purchase order from this very large company. And as I went back and looked at that process, the main thing that I had done was used a 3-ring binder. A 3-ring binder is not expensive at all. But the fact that I had not got intimidated by the size of this company and the little old me, I had actually put together what I had. And by applying this little principle, I was able to create success. Some say that necessity is the mother of invention. So when there is a need, you have to be able to fill that need. And always don't be looking at capital or don't be looking at money as a way to be able to solve that problem. I teach a little bit on entrepreneurship and stewardship. And one of the principles that I teach is this understanding of creativity before capital. Many of us, when we look at an issue or we approach a problem, we think in terms of how much money it's going to take in order to be able to do that. But let me challenge you with that. Don't look at that as the first issue. You got to be thinking in terms of how do I apply creativity to that process? How am I going to apply being resourceful to that process? And what is it that I have around me that I can actually use right now in order to be able to create success? Even if you look at the Bible, if you look at people like Moses, you look at people like David, they actually used what they had. They found something that they could put to use immediately in order to be able to take care of the situation that they found themselves in. So I would tell you, being resourceful is not only being able to use what you have, but by using what you have right now in order to be able to do that. Not wait till tomorrow, not wait till next year when you're going to do something else. No, how are you going to be resourceful today? And I can tell you, when we are faithful with the little things, we will be entrusted with much. So let me encourage you to be resourceful and being faithful with what you already have and being able to apply that to create success.